Here's how to remove the door handles, the door cards and the mirrors on a 2024 Mazda BT-50. So the first step to remove the door card is to remove this little armrest here. You just want to kind of grab your fingers and pull in this gap here, and then just kind of pull the rest off like that. So once it's all loose, there's this little bit here that's going to keep the armrest on. So basically you just want to swing it like this and just let it hang, because you're not going to be able to remove that. Next step is removing the switch control panel. So now that you've removed this, there's a little gap here. You can get your fingers underneath it to pull it up. And you want to slide it backwards and it'll come out, and then there's two plugs underneath it. The two locations for the plugs, you've got one here at the front and one just there at the back. Now you're going to want to come over here to behind the mirror. You're going to have one little screw clip here, so it's the one where you've got to screw it, and then it's kind of like a small clip. Once you've got it out a certain length, it's just going to keep spinning. It doesn't come all the way out, so you just want to grab what you can and just kind of pull it out. Sometimes the screw comes out with it. Just grab your pry tool or your fingernails and just get this little piece out. So now that you've got that clip out from here, you can just kind of pull, and you want to go upwards when you're tugging, and it comes out just like so. The next piece you're going to want to take out is this silver matte trim here. So you want to grab your fingers from this end here and just try and kind of give as much room as you can, and get a thin pry tool and pry only from the top. And once you get one, you're pretty much easy. Just keep prying from the top down until this pops out. The next piece is going to be this little bit here, which uncovers the last screw that we're going to need. So you want to get a pick tool or maybe a screwdriver, get in the hole, and then just pop it out like that. Okay, so now we're done with the prying. We've got to undo 3 screws. You got one here, another one there, so 2 underneath the armrest, and then the last one is there by the door handle. So now we're ready to remove the door card. Best point to pry from is this little groove here. I recommend pulling from there and also putting a hand into this cup holder section here and just tug it. We start from underneath, pry the clips up, and then once we get to the top here, you just kind of pull upwards like so. Alrighty, so once you get the door card all loosened off, the last bits that you're going to need to undo are the door handle mechanisms. So the top one, you just want to basically pull them, almost perpendicular to the handle. And then this one has got a little pin, you just pull out, and then the knob one's pretty easy as well. And that's the door card off. Once you remove the door card, you've got one plug here and 3 10mm nuts there. There's this little tab inside. You just push it down with your nail, pops out pretty easily, and 3 10mm there. If you're doing this all by yourself, I recommend leaving the last one slightly loose, so taking off the 2 bottom ones, and then just holding the mirror, pushing it into the door, so it helps line up the things to make it easier to remove. Once you've got it removed, you just kind of give it a very, very gentle tug. If you've got window guards, the weather shield, just slightly rotate the mirror to clear them, and it just comes out just like that. To remove the door handle, you want to start off by taking this plug out. To get the exterior door handle out, you're going to need to get this small lock piece out first. So you're going to want a T30 Torx bit, and you just want to undo the little screw that this plug was covering. You just want to loosen it off until it gets stopped by the retainer. So yes, you don't have to worry about the screw falling out. Now once it's loose, you just want to kind of just give it a little bit of a tug, maybe even use the main door handle bit to give you a bit more leverage. And it pops out just like that. As mentioned earlier, to get the exterior handle out, you're going to need to take the door card off, at least on the driver's side, to my knowledge. So what you're going to need to do is you need to pull back the sound deadening, and there's going to be a plug down the bottom there, and there's a little, just a push clip there to get the plug. And then yours is going to look slightly different to ours because we've already taken the handle out, but you've got the cord held in by the 2 alternating hooks. There's 2 sets of them, and then there's going to be a almost like a cable tie at the very back. There's no real way to get it out but to cut it off, and once you do that, you can basically pull the handle out from the outside. When putting it back in, just make sure that you use some kind of like cable tie like we've done here. Just keeps the window from coming down and getting caught on the cable. Just helps to keep it out of the way. To take the exterior door handle out after you've sorted out the plug inside the door, all you want to do is pull it towards you and then flip it out like so. Just for the sake of the video, I'm not going to take it completely out because we've already taken it out and there's no need to undo everything we've done on the inside. But yeah, just follow the video, make sure that you keep the cable out of the way of the window. To get the lock piece back in, you just want to insert it. It's going to take some fiddling around to get it into the right position, and you'll know when you're in the right position because it should sit nice and flush. So you want to grab your torque screw and just tighten that screw back in. Just push down to make sure that it goes all the way in properly, and then voila, that's it. At the time of recording this, I already had the rear door cards off. It's pretty much the same process, so I'm not going to reapply it and then do everything, but yeah, the premise is the same. So you'll do your armrest, your control switch, undo the plug in the control switch, then you're going to have your silver panel right from the top, cover, screw, and then as the rear doors don't have a mirror, you've got that same screw clip at the top there, and that's really it.